is underway here in the French capital. But if you can't make it, fear not. A France 24 team is bringing you daily reports all week. On the menu this Monday, farming issues at home and abroad. Luke Brown looks at organic food in Greece and the French fishing industry.
Hello and welcome to France 24's special edition from the Paris Agricultural Fair. They like to call it France's biggest farm. It's got 4,000 animals. They'll be getting through about 230 tonnes of hay over the next week or so. Last year they welcomed 700,000 visitors, all trying to get back in touch with their rural side. It's not all about France. Here at France 24, over the next week we'll be taking a look at the situation for farmers around the Mediterranean. Indeed, it's with the Mediterranean that we do start today's show. We'll be taking a look at not farming but fishing. France has got about 20,000 professional fishermen plying their trades up and down its coasts. That means it's a vital economic sector, even if it's less well known than the competition on dry land. When the fishing sector drops anchor at the farm show, it's Operation Seduction.
Sometimes it can be that at the start the ingredients aren't very appetizing. But in the end, you get something great on the plate.
The goal for this team of chef instructors is to convince consumers that cooking fish isn't too difficult, and preparing less popular species of fish as a chance to remind buyers of the choice on offer, from squid to conger eels. Pierre de Cunto comes from a long line of fishermen in the south of France. He loves his trade, but knows it faces challenges. In 30 years on the seas, he's seen the fishing fleet in the Mediterranean fall by 200 vessels.
We're a bit caught between the regulations. We're only allowed to fish 200 days a year, whereas we need 240. So that means there's a shortfall for the vessels compared to a few years ago.
The fishing industry has also been badly hit by rising fuel prices, which now represent 50% of their charges. That, as well as recent bad weather keeping fishing vessels in port, mean the sector is fighting for recognition on the national stage.
In lots of places, people defend the Made in France label. What we would like is that the Made in France label be applied to fishing. The important thing is to know where fish is landed and by who. The France brand at the fishmonger, at the supermarket, or soon in restaurants is a guarantee of where the fish comes from.
But winning round consumers is far from certain. Today in France, the average person consumes 86 kilos of meat per year. For seafood, it's just 36 kilos. One of the main themes at the farm show is how people farm around the Mediterranean. That's why we're going to take a look now at the situation in Greece, where with unemployment stuck at 28%, many Greeks are looking for alternatives and are returning to the land. Alexia Kefalas reports.
This morning, Natasha's working in the vineyard. She's not a professional winemaker, but hopes to become one. She used to work in publishing, but has been unemployed for the past 5 months. At the age of 48, she's preparing for a career change. Like many others, she's studying at a free agricultural training scheme funded by private foundations. This setting may seem ideal, but it's not been easy to swap her stylish suit for workers' overalls.
I can hardly believe that I'm working. It's very rewarding. I was offered several jobs for 400, 500 euros per month, but without any guarantee. It is very hard. I like the land, so I thought to myself that this is a viable solution.
Almost 1 in 3 people in Greece is out of work, and agriculture is one of the few sectors that's creating jobs. Returning to the land is an obvious choice for some people. Alexandros has 2 university degrees and used to work in an architect's office before he lost his job. Now, he's itching to get trained so that he can revive his abandoned family land.
Most Greeks have in their possession a patch of land in a village. This is the case with my family. So I think my life would be less hard in the countryside. And maybe I could even export my products, such as aromatic herbs or olive oil, because even in Greece, the organic is a trend.
This restaurant in Athens is a typical case. It closed down last year. We caught up with its former manager at this organic market. Evangelia comes here every 2 weeks to sell the tomatoes she grows herself.
I couldn't find any work, nothing, so I participated in a training seminar and now I don't see myself doing any other line of work. I can smile again.
For the authorities, these career changes are very encouraging. Although Greek agricultural production fell by over 15% between 2006 and 2011, while production costs increased by over 40% during the same period, the future is paved with bright colours for Greece's agricultural sector. They hope that this phenomenon won't be a drop in the ocean of Greek unemployment.
That's all for now. Coming up in the next edition, we'll be heading to Egypt to take a look at the situation there, where farmland is being eaten up by urban development, and we'll be meeting the next generation of cattle farmers here in France. Before I hand you back to the newsroom, take a look at some of the highlights from Monday at the farm show.
Luke Brown there down on the farm. Now it's time for a full sports roundup, and it kicks off with football.